Yo, what's up? It's the fucking most politically correct podcast on YouTube. It's me, Nintendoper,
Yeah.
for Dumpster Fire Episode 4. We have a wide range of topics today. Here with me today, I have Garrett and also Brian.
What's going on, people?
Yo,
How you doing?
Oh, I thought we were gonna have some
Thought we
sort
were
of
doing a
introduction
countdown,
going on.
Garrett, he's
Alright,
a gay retard. Brian, he's also a gay retard. What else you need to know?
Oh, all right.
I like that politically correct.
I mean, it's gonna get confusing.
Well,
You
okay.
got fat retard, you got gay.
Okay, there
go.
we go. That's a little more. I can go with that.
So we each have 3 topics today, and then we'll probably do the fucking just random topic where we talk about any shit. So since I'm the host for today, I'm going to start, and I'm thinking about starting with Battlefield 5 because Garrett's kind of
yes.
salty about that game.
Well, no, you're salty. I mean,
I
I'm
ain't
not
salty.
salty at all. I thought it looked good.
All I'm saying is I'm not buying that shit. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
just
I
don't give a shit
haven't
about
looked
Battlefield,
into it at
so.
all, but I've seen very limited gameplay of it. So
Well, the
I-
beta's
I-
out, so you could have been playing the beta and realized how hot garbage it is, my friend.
Oh, is there a beta?
Yeah,
There
there's
is
been
a beta?
there's an open beta for the last week or so, I say.
Put
Oh,
some
yeah?
air quotes around
Well,
that.
shit, I would have been playing that then.
Well, then shut up and play it.
Well, most
thank
of the
you, Garrett.
problems-
That's all Garrett's time here. He's gonna play Battlefield 5.
Yeah. Excuse me while I
Fuck
download
off
it.
on this podcast.
All I know is I'm pretty sure the problems are just because PC players, because they're like, oh, white man's blocked, and they're trying to do like this. They're trying to Battlefield. You seen the opening trailer, right? Because you heard me bitch about the opening trailer.
Well, I thought the opening trailer was cool.
I thought it was stupid because why is there a woman with a prosthetic limb and I think there's an Asian dude in it with a katana. No, it's a British dude with a katana in it. Like,
British
Why are there
people,
even women in this?
yeah, exactly. Well, Battlefield prides itself on being the most realistic first-person shooter.
Because if they don't, then they're gonna get bitched at. So they get bitched at either way.
It's World War II. That's like saying that doesn't make sense. If you made a game about slavery, are they not supposed to put slaves in the game, Garrett? What are you talking about?
Guys, it's fine. In our new installation,
They've
we
actually
Asian
made several
people in the
games
mix
about
for the
slavery where they
slaves,
didn't
so-
use black slaves.
Didn't use black slaves. Okay, that's so
In
realistic.
this game, they're going to be
Everyone was
using
slaves.
Asian people as slaves to help with your math.
I'm just
So it's all
saying.
good.
I'm just saying. If it's about history,
rights.
it should be about history. You shouldn't have removed the Confederate flag. People still need to know about this. You know, like this happened. Sorry, I'm all sorry
Well,
for
they
it,
learn
but
in school,
well,
at
that
least they're
doesn't
supposed to.
making your game like a
Right
little
into the
girl
controversial
game.
topic.
Making your game a little girl game for little gay babies doesn't help. Doesn't make you any less fucked up for making a game about
Well,
slavery.
this
Let's
is
say.
EA and DICE are talking about. They haven't been on top
That's-
of the
that's
game
what's gotta
lately.
count.
Yeah,
It is EA and DICE.
like at the beginning of E3, I was kind of excited for each one of their games at E3. Like, well, no, E3 from 2 years ago. I was like, oh hell yeah, because that's when Battlefront 2 was coming out. That's when Anthem got announced. Like, shit, EA can do nothing wrong. Boy, was I wrong.
Battlefield 2 came out, and then Anthem had something for a minute. Like, that's
Like they're
cool.
trying to cover up the bad shit they did by just doing more retarded shit.
oh, we heard you won another Battlefield. Guess what? It's equal amount of dog shit as the first. You guys ever play the second Battlefield or Battlefront?
Battlefront. No, I played the beta.
It was. I got for the original. I got the.
I played the
one
original
and the
Battlefront.
season
Yeah, that game
pass.
was okay. It wasn't as
And then
fucked
I
as
got
2.
the season pass because I thought it was gonna upgrade.
Oh.
because everybody was pissed off
Oh,
about
no.
the loot box. So I got the game and the season pass for the second one, and it was
Someone
the
help
same
me.
bullshit.
Someone help me!
Garrett, are you playing the game, dude? Are you playing a fucking game?
God damn it! Garrett.
Way to ruin the podcast, you fucking dipshit.
Just cut it out.
Dumpster Fire doesn't have very many rules. I just asked you to keep it on Dumpster Fire. Like, the fuck are you doing
Well,
with
sorry,
your
I
life?
wasn't paying attention. I was too.
Obviously
enthralled.
not. You're supposed to be paying attention to the fucking podcast, you dipshit.
So
All
we're
right,
still on
cut-
Battlefield?
cut
Or are you
that.
still
Is there a-
bitching about Battlefield 5? The game I thought was
Alright,
okay,
We're
but
bitching
you
about
like-
EA in
Alright,
general.
alright. All right, hold on.
Oh.
I'm gonna clap, and that's where we're gonna end the cut. All right. Garrett, you good? We're done here.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, good. So Andy, when you edit it, this is where it's gonna continue on.
Oh, okay. All right. So obviously, some members of the party ain't going to talk about it because they know they're wrong. So we're going to move on to my next topic.
All right.
In that, my next topic is my next topic is the Nike controversy that everyone's burning the shoes they already bought like fucking dumbasses because
What is that about? I didn't look into that at all.
Okay. So you know about the NFL, right? Black dude, no standy. So white people get very angry, but Nike goes to black dude who knows standy and they make shoey, and white people know like shoe, so white people burn shoe. That's the Nike shit going on right now.
That's the TLDR of it. Yeah. That's basically.
All right. So why?
Do you want the broken down version and the more complex version, or is that enough?
I mean,
That's too
I
high
get
quality.
the gist, but I don't know why. I don't know why.
Basically, Colin Kaepernick at the time, for a quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, was angry about social injustices.
Sure.
About police brutality in locations like Baltimore, or, all of California, ghettos basically. So he asked a military veteran, "What do you recommend I do to acknowledge these social injustices instead of just fucking causing riots and shit?" I don't know, take a knee or something. I don't know, because when they're presenting flags at fallen soldiers' houses, and again, this may just have to be cut in case I'm absolutely wrong, they take a knee. So the whole concept was to show more or less that there's something wrong, just take a knee for the flag. It wasn't really that much of a problem initially until it was brought up and by our current president.
People will fucking create a controversy on anything these days.
It's not really. This has been a controversy for a while. So, shit, it's a fan. Everybody's pissed off about that. And Nike.
Are we actually able to edit this, what we're doing right now? Wait, give me a second. We're gonna cut it right there.
Oh my god.
Why?
Dude, the main reason I don't do this podcast anymore is because I hate editing shit. And you guys are so fucking stupid. I'm leaving this all in. You guys are so fucking stupid playing different games when I'm
I'm playing the game. No, this isn't about the game.
I didn't do anything.
This isn't about the game. I gotta take a piss.
She said, "Shut up, go take a piss." God
Alright,
damn
that's all I need to know.
Barry was explaining something. You could have just went piss when he was talking about it.
Yeah. Well, I'll edit out the audio of him pissing. I don't care. It's not benefiting anything, this conversation anyway, so.
I think I forgot my last topic anyway, so fuck.
Fuck it. We'll do it live. Fuck it, I need to find a piece of paper to crumple up and throw. Fuck it.
Rip.
Well, it's a paper, but...
Fuck it, we'll do it live!
This condom I've been
Actually,
having
wasn't
in my
your
wallet
last topic
for
about Elon Musk or whatever?
Oh yeah! Shit.
Alright, fucking next topic.
Yeah, dude,
Cut it
Elon
there.
Musk wrote up a fat doobie and he smoked it on YouTube or Twitch. It was like epic. Oh boy, his stock plummeted after that. That's because actually it's not for him smoking the doobie. That's because like 4 executives of his company left, and yeah, when people
the executive for accounting, or like one of the accounting heads and his head of PR, both quit.
his public relations, he's like, oh shit, I can't do nothing. You're
Public
smoking fucking
relations,
weed on podcasts
fuck.
on the internet, dude. Dude, it's too late, dude. You about to get so many memes made about you. He just fucking left.
I'm done with this fucker.
Like, there's no way I can damage control this, dude. You're just fucked.
I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
It was legal. It was legal where he did it.
Exactly. So it shouldn't matter.
Even the guy in the podcast before I gave it to him, he's like, you sure this won't, like, fuck up your
Joe
stocks or
Rogan.
whatever. He's like, nah, I don't give a
Joe
shit.
He's like, I don't give a shit.
Isn't he trying to go private anyway? He's trying to go back private, his company.
Isn't he
Elon?
already private?
No,
I
he
mean-
changed it. Now he wants to go back.
Oh. Oh, so where he doesn't sell stocks? That's oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Where it's not publicly traded.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
He
know.
wants to
I
smoke
didn't.
a fat doob.
I think even
I
a
think he only
public
did that because he
idea.
needed some startup money. Or
I think it could benefit him either way. I think it's a good idea for him to go public just so the general population can get in on the stocks of the company.
Whatever that means.
But this isn't a fucking
Yeah.
topic about that. It's fucking fart jokes topic.
Fart joke, dude. You smoke fat doobs. He smoke fat doobs on the internet, dude. Oh, that's epic.
I've actually watched that entire podcast, and he talks makes a lot of sense. He talks about AI, talks about
Shut up,
solutions he has for
nerd!
traffic. I mean, I'm just telling you. I actually watched the entire podcast. It was pretty interesting.
Damn, dude.
He didn't even smoke it. To be honest,
He did not
He put it
inhale.
up
he
to his
really,
fucking
he
mouth.
really didn't.
and exhaled. That's it. He didn't smoke anything.
Yeah, dude, he thinks AI is gonna kill us all.
Thank
I mean-
God.
I'm sure.
Well, not kill us all. He says it could be good or bad. He doesn't know.
I mean, everything's good and bad to a certain degree, right? Everything
Yeah,
has its
I
limits.
guess. Well, where the limits
Technology's
are,
kind of bad now
the
too.
death
Like,
of humanity or not. I think it's pretty obvious, which is good. and
It's
which is
either-
bad.
I think we'll either be able to develop technology to the point where it'll kill us, or we just won't have the technological ability to progress it enough to kill us. So we just
we
won't
already
be
do. We're like right on the edge, dude. I
I
don't think you
don't, I
understand.
don't think we're gonna get to the point where we can make AI to kill us.
I'm still waiting on like
close.
holograms and
we
shit.
don't
What the
make
fuck?
it. We don't make it to kill us. We make it, and then it decides.
Well, how do you You can't just program.
Yeah, just
emotions.
program it so it doesn't kill us. Like the fuck? What do you
when
mean?
when a
Just don't
machine
have a
starts
fail-safe.
learning programming, well, that's an option, I guess. I don't know how all that. I'm no
Dude,
fucking,
Anonymous is gonna make the
mathematician,
robots
computer
kill us.
expert. I don't sit on my ass all day writing code, so I don't know.
Sit
Yeah,
on your
4chan's
ass.
gonna do an
He's
epic prank and
smoking
wipe out
weed.
all of humanity. Be like, oh, lol, we got him this time, boys. Let's go, B-boy. Let's go, Pole. Woo, we did it. Killed everybody.
Kill humanity. It's gonna be the last post. We did it, boys.
My be me,
Last survivor.
be me in computer room when I download the code to kill all of humanity. My face win, and it's like a fucking Pepe Terminator shit.
We did it, boys. Pepe the Terminator. Jesus.
We did it, yeah.
Ask them all. We asked all of them.
Yo, dude, if we do make a Skynet, why don't we just make it illegal for them to have guns? They have to obey our laws.
I mean,
All they gotta write,
yeah.
all they gotta write in the code is, if you want to destroy humanity, don't, and then boom, problem solved.
It is so much more advanced than that. You know it.
One could dream, Richard.
Right? I dream
Okay.
having a big dick, but you know what?
All right,
Anyway, next topic.
who
Probably
yeah,
too
who
long.
wants the next topic?
Not your boy, because I didn't research mine.
Did you say not you?
Not me.
I mean, I guess we can go into my first one, which is the new Spider-Man game.
Oh, good. I have something very
Haven't touched
cringy
it.
that happened. Ooh, I can't wait. Ooh,
I heard some cringy shit about it.
oh, it's a lot of cringy shit. So, do you want to take over this topic? Because I'll be glad to take over this topic, dude.
I mean, I don't know a whole lot about it. I mean, I've seen a little bit of gameplay, the opening gameplay.
So
with,
you don't know
like,
you don't know nothing besides the game came out, right?
And like I said, I've seen the opening gameplay of it.
Okay. All right. Well, like a week before it came out, there was a Reddit post because there was new gameplay. There was a Reddit post on the Spider-Man game about puddles. So the first trailer. hold on. It gets better.
Yeah.
So the first trailer in Spider-Man looks all fucking epic, and there's like this big ass wet puddle when he starts the game and he's fighting Mr. Negative or whatever, and then
Negative. Who the hell's that?
he's the. Just let me finish the topic. We'll talk about Spider-Man villains.
Well, hey, I gotta know these
He works
things,
for
don't I?
Kingpin. You know who Kingpin is, at least, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
He's in the beginning gameplay.
Yeah. Okay. So it's okay. So it's basically him. He's fighting Kingpin, and there's this big ass
Okay.
puddle. And the game looks fucking great. There's like light reflecting on this puddle. It's huge. It looks real. And then a week before they released the trailer again, it's pretty much exactly the same as that first opening part where he's fighting Kingpin or whatever. So the puddle is very, very small, and it used to take up the whole walkway. Now it's little, and everyone's like, "Oh, this puddle's way too small. The game is downgraded. Oh my god, I can't believe it! Like, oh, this game that was in development that was probably made on a PC is slightly less graphically powerful on the PS4 version. Holy shit, I can't believe it!" And it's got like so many upvotes, and everyone's talking about it. Even the game developers are like, "Yo, you guys are fucking stupid. We just wanted to make the fucking puddle smaller. Do you guys mind?"
It is being labeled as Puddlegate, and I'm not even...
Puddlegate, dude. You live in the age. You live in the age. My God.
Oh,
No, I
bitch
think-
about everything.
like Puddlegate's
Puddle.
too pissed on the ground. But no, it's just fucking...
I guarantee if they're
I
going to
seen
make
the
another
opening-
Spider-Man game, there's going to be like some fucking Easter egg reference. Fucking a puddle, dude. Are you kidding me?
I mean, isn't it made by the same people who made the Batman Arkham series?
Insomniac, yeah. It is.
I mean,
Okay, well, it should be a good game.
yeah. I mean, it looked, like I said, I seen
Puddles,
opening gameplay.
So
The game
it's
as
going to
a
be
whole is
it's going to be
pretty good.
exactly like Batman game, because every single Batman game. Ooh, controversial here, but every single Batman game was basically the same.
Wow, yeah. But I mean,
I
you're
believe
Spider-Man now.
mostly.
You get to do the
Ooh.
same things you get to do in the old Spider-Man game. You get to
You can
swing around.
Yeah,
webs.
ooh, because you couldn't fly in
Fuck
Batman.
Mary Jane in the
Holy
ass,
shit.
The little things, right? I really
get
want to
to-
fuck Mary Jane directly.
I'm pretty sure you get to actually straight up kill people because you're Spider-Man,
Oh.
not Batman.
I think
It's a
Spider-Man has the
snap
same
in.
moral code than Batman.
I
know, dude.
have not seen
I don't
in the
know.
comics.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna
never heard that.
talk about the
I've
fucking
never heard
Batman,
that.
the fucking Spider-Man comics. Okay, Batman
hey.
also killed in his comics, so
Spider-Man.
whatever. So
It's
also,
Spider-Man,
All right, let's
where's
not
Big
nerd
Wheel
out
if we're
on
going to
this
base
now.
this off comics? I'm not buying that game until I see Big Wheel DLC. Spider-Man's the greatest villain ever.
Big Wheel.
There's some guy named like Ferris Wheeler or some shit, and everyone made fun of him in middle school for calling him Big Wheel. And then,
Well,
and
from
then
what
he
I-
makes a giant big wheel with guns on it, and he like tries to run over Spider-Man with it. Yeah, you don't know about Spider-Man lore, right? There's some fucked up shit in Spider-Man comics, my dog. Like
Well,
Big
Doctor-
Wheel.
Moves 3
Octavius
feet to
is
the
in,
right.
I know
and that's
that.
just it. I have seen Big Will.
You think about, oh, the Great
Moves like
Goblin's in
3
it.
feet to the
Who
right,
else
like-
is a Spider-Man villain? Oh, Mr. Sandman. Yeah, who cares? Big Will's where it's at. Don't ever at me.
Well, shit.
Big Will is the shit.
Damn.
All right. So, okay, let's go on to the next Spider-Man cringy thing that happened. Is a marriage what is it? Proposal. Yeah, there you go. Forgot the word. Marriage
Oh, yeah,
proposal
I seen
happened
that,
in
I seen something
Spider-Man.
about that.
Yeah.
But I didn't
Okay,
know.
so you're gonna get the
Look into
recap
it.
right here. So
All right.
I don't know. It was in May. This guy's like, "Yo, I've been dating this girl for 5 years. Is there any way you guys can put in anywhere? I don't care where it's at. A little Easter egg saying, what's her name? I think her name was like Maddie. Her name was like
Oh, yeah, Maddie.
Maddie. Will you marry me?
That's what was it.
And they did. They put it in the movie theater, and you see a post on Reddit where someone's like, "Oh, they really put the Easter egg in." So he's like, Spider-Man has like a selfie mode, so he took a selfie with it, doing the peace sign. You see it or whatever. So the guy who wanted the Easter egg in, he made a YouTube video where he's like very sad. He's like, "Oh, this ain't going well." So he's like, "I'm sorry, guys, to inform you, but." My girlfriend, 5 years, left me for my brother.
Damn. Oh, shit.
I have not seen that. I saw there was something about a proposal.
I did not know that.
This
Oh.
dude.
That's epic. Dude, that's the meme
Oh,
of
this
the
is visibly
century right
making me
there.
cringe. This dude's been with his girl for 5 years, and she left him for his brother, and he's like about to cry and
Damn.
shit. You see in his bedroom and shit, he's got like Spider-Man posters. He's got a Spider-Man T-shirt on and all this Marvel shit, and he's like, he
Oh,
was probably
jeez.
like so epic. He's like, oh man, this is the fucking greatest thing ever. Then I don't know when she broke up with him, but you'd think he would say something before that came out. Now it's just fucking embarrassing and cringy.
That's just this
Yeah,
cameo of his
Because
failure.
because the developer was like, yeah, we'll do it, but let me ask all the other developers. So there was like probably a conference, be like, hey, this man, what's this in there? You don't think they would reach out to him, be like, yo, are you still dating her? Or did
Yeah.
you? What's going on? I would have kept updates. So now it's just
Same.
very cringy.
I mean, I guess they could go in and change it if they wanted to.
Just
Like, never trust the thought, man.
they change it to
Never
something
ever
like Maddie, why did you leave him? Or what the fuck, Maddie?
Yeah.
Maddie
Or
Moore.
you're dating my
Maddie
brother or some
Moore.
shit as a new like, oh god, that's just rip whatever that guy name is. That's go give him a follow on Twitter. He probably needs it.
Yeah,
Waste
dude.
At
5 years of his life to lose it to his brother. That's a big oof.
Oh.
That just proves one argument we've had on Dumpster Fire before of all women are thoughts, and if you disagree, you are wrong.
If she breathes,
She's a thought.
thought.
She's a thought. Ooh. So that's all the
that's a real feel bad shit.
feel bad.
I
Feels
love
bad,
her.
man.
Oh, no way, I'm fucking your brother. Oh, really? Cool.
Ugh. You also see the little Avengers Easter egg they put in Spider-Man.
Is it just the end of the game when Spider-Man dies? And he's like,
No,
"I'm
no,
not
no.
feeling good,
So
just
so the
stop."
Avengers Tower is in the game, right? If you climb up to it, you get a vial of sand. Ha ha ha. Could get it because Infinity War, everyone dies. Ha ha, and they turn to sand. Ha ha, that was funny.
Damn.
Funny joke.
So, you don't think the Spider-Man game is gonna be good? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. I mean, it looks
it's gonna
fun.
be great.
It'll be fun
I'm
for
saying
like.
I'm not-
It'd be fun for an hour, and then you'll get old of it, because that's what Batman games are. It doesn't look like significantly changed. The only thing is the way he moves. It's basically it. Like
I mean,
most
I'm,
of
I'm a
Spider-Man.
pretty big fan of Spider-Man, and I
He's
have been
he's
since I
he's
was a
probably
kid.
more agile, but all I know is it's going to be it's going to be collectathon, fetch quests, and escort missions. That's what I think. I have not researched it. I have not played a demo. I have not like watched gameplay after it. But I'm just saying, Insomniac, their games are good, yeah, but they're not good. Be like,
They
oh
get
man, this is the
old
greatest game
really
ever, type of shit. Like people will forget about this game in a month. Like
I don't.
I think until the DLC comes out of it, now the hype is dying. Unless there's some other cringy ass Reddit or Twitter Easter egg or whatever, Reddit gets in a shitstorm about it, where it's got like, oh, surprise loot boxes or whatever, some shit. No one's gonna talk about it. Like this week, after this week, like it's gonna die down. The talk about it's gonna die down a
The
lot.
hype's gonna
It'll be
die
over.
down, but I think it's still gonna be a quality game.
Nah,
Yeah, it's gonna be a quality
I don't
game. I
care
said
about
that. Yeah, but
No,
it's
but
gonna
it's
get
gonna
boring.
be like all the other games are gonna come out. It's still gonna be significant as far as game quality. Are there gonna be
Oh,
other
no.
games like Red Dead or Black Ops 4?
Mm,
Oh, it's not gonna stand up in like a month or so. It's gonna be nothing.
like
Again,
single player
dude,
games, that's
especially
what
if,
happens to single player games. Because once you beat it, what are you gonna do? Replay it? You can replay it in a different way,
Yeah.
sure, but after a while, it gets old.
Man, they still need that market.
Well, yeah, it's still a market, but people don't play like Overwatch and League of Legends and TF2 and Rainbow Six Siege. People don't play single player games like those games because they get updated frequently, and there's other people you can play it with and stuff like that. But single player games, it doesn't really like hold up unless you were like let's just like old school game like World of Warcraft or some fucking obscure Nintendo game.
Yeah.
Like some games do survive enough to make sequels, and yeah, we're like, oh yeah, another Fallout's coming out, or ooh, Skyrim, woo, and shit like that. Skyrim's getting re-released for the 74th time, but
Oh god.
eventually they get old.
Waiting for fucking Skyrim on my coaster still.
Waiting on Skyrim on my fucking.
Let's stop that. They already made that meme.
Yeah, this.
You did? On your toaster? They made it on your toaster?
Yeah,
What do you
they
mean?
Basically.
had it played on his refrigerator and shit.
Yeah.
Spill ice everywhere. And his wife was like, no, don't you be spilling
We're
shit.
gonna get divorced.
I swear when I saw that, I thought the fucking Alexa thing was a fucking joke too. And
Oh,
then I
me
found
too.
out it
Me
was
too.
real.
It was real. Yeah.
And then I was really disappointed. I was like,
Like,
Quick thought,
ooh,
would you purchase a remaster of Super Mario Sunshine for the Switch?
no.
Okay.
No.
Garrett, thoughts?
no.
No? Why not?
You don't remaster Nintendo games.
Yeah.
I mean,
They make them way worse.
they did with
Like
Zelda.
they have the yeah,
Ocarina.
then they're awful. They're awful. They make it for babies. They're awful.
I mean, wasn't the original Ocarina, we were pretty young at the point of that coming out?
Say what?
When the original Ocarina of Time came out, couldn't you make that same argument it was made for babies? That's...
Ocarina of Time has some fucked up shit in it. Like some real fucked up shit.
Ocarina of Time remaster. Was it?
Yeah, and it's awful. Part of the charm of Nintendo games is it looking like that. Sorry to say. Like,
No, I'm not arguing.
I like that look. I like that art style. I like retro shit. And you just take it away, make it worse, and make it easier. Like, okay, they add a mode. They add a hard mode because they can't leave the original game alone for some reason because they think kids nowadays are too stupid. Like that's the whole point of Legend of Zelda is getting stuck and go talk to your friends, and be like, yo, dude, I'm in the Spirit Temple and like Ganondorf is like stabbing me 47 times. How the fuck do what do I do? And like, oh yeah, we'll do this. Like Nintendo games are meant to make friends and shit. Unless it's like Zelda 2, then that's going a little too far. But the point of like puzzle games is, you know, to think about it. But when it's just like, oh, remember this really hard boss? Now it has a giant eye on it that makes it die in one hit. So all you gotta do is hit it. Like, ooh, there goes all the fun in this game. Like people nowadays don't like a challenge. They'll set up fucking easy mode or normal mode. Like remember in I don't know if you ever played Halo, but if you didn't play legendary, you didn't play legendary mode on it. Yeah, you were a fucking pussy. Like, oh, you can't even fucking beat. You didn't get the secret ending where you get to see Master Chief's eyes at the end on Halo 4. You fucking retard. What are you, some kind of fucking filthy scrub? Now with the day of all games are casual. Which Nintendo was a casual market at the time, but you know it was still like you had to know something about games to do something. But now it's just all games nowadays are just fucking casual. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree to a point.
Like you have
I wouldn't say
competitive
all
games like Rainbow Six, Overwatch, League, shit
Really,
like
it seems
that.
like indie games are starting to dominate.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's where everyone's going because they're doing new things and not microtransactions, and they're just making a fun game to play. Which indie games have always been like that. Like fucking
Super
Minecraft.
Meat Boy. One of the earliest
Super Meat
indie
Boy?
games
Oh,
I've
I used to play that in the
played.
Flash version. I used to love Super Meat Boy.
That was like the hardest goddamn thing that I played for a while. But it's so good. There's so much actual replay value in that game.
Mhm.
Just because, you know, you run through the game initially, and then you all have all the advantages to run back and get all the dark zones to go back and get. It had a lot of replayability for this, you know, fucking very, very cut and paste get from point A to point B, or go from point A, collect B, and go to point C.
Yeah.
But it was so simple, but it was yet so incredibly fun and complex.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a
some games
gimmick.
Yeah. I think if it was easy, there'd be no appeal to go back and get all the dark stuff out.
It should be like, ooh,
You got
another
a point.
platformer. Ooh, whoop-de-doo. I'll just
Yeah.
play this for the millionth time. Who cares?
Mighty Number 9.
Oh, Mighty Number 9 is awful. Oh my god. Mega Man 11 is going to be bad too. Have you played the demo on the Switch?
Yeah.
Oh, that game is so bad.
Nope.
So
I haven't
bad.
played the demo, so it's not going to be great.
Like, my favorite Mega Man game is Mega Man 2. You want to know why? It's very hard, but it's fair. When games are hard and not fair, Mega Man 11.
It's shitty.
Like that boss, like I made it all the way to that boss, and I was like, yeah, this game's going to shit knowing from this boss. Because he does like some swipe move and shit. I don't know, I'm probably going to get called bad and shit, or like, ugh. And I also haven't played a Mega Man game in like 10 years. But it didn't feel fair. And the puzzles
I
were
don't know, they
weak.
remastered Mega Man for the PS4. I remember Tyler playing a whole bunch of that.
Oh, they
Tyler
didn't
played it all the
remaster
time.
it. They just bundled it all together. So they have Mega Man 1 through 5, and then they did 5 through 10, and then they did Mega Man X, and I don't know how many Mega Man. I stopped playing Mega Man after X1. I didn't like Mega Man X. I get so much shit for that, but I don't like Mega Man X. It's too weeb. Like a game series that starts off with no weeb, Pokemon, Mega Man, shit like that, and then goes to weeb. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? You think I play Pokemon games for the story? No, I play Pokemon games to beat the Elite Four and shit, and get my Pokemon leveled up, get perfect IVs, and and collecting them and like having fun with the game. Not, I don't care about the story about some lolly character like, oh, my mom hates me and my mom's evil, blah blah blah. Like, when was it where it's just the bad guys, Team Rocket, be like, we're gonna kill everybody, and they're like, holy shit, we have to fight these dudes. Well, that, with like minimalistic art and shit and pixels and fucking screeches of the dam for the Pokemon sounds. I sound like an elitist fag, but I'm just saying. A lot of games get fucked over by the weebs. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Weebs ruin a game.
Yeah.
Easily.
True.
Waifu bait and shit.
They ruined Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty was a decent show.
The weebs did?
Got a hand of it, and now everybody's like, oh, now it's just a fucking meme.
Oh, yeah. I said weebs, not memes.
Like, only sophisticated people can enjoy Rick and Morty. Fuck you. It's a good show, and some assholes ruined it when they had the fucking Szechuan sauce come up, and some retard got on the fucking counter and went, "I pickle Rick."
Yo, we literally did that. We went to go get that Szechuan sauce, and that's all that was, dude. It was a cringe fucking fest. I knew it was happening. Me and Garrett were just looking at each other, laughing our asses off the whole time.
You're like,
and Garrett knew somebody in the line too. And Garrett fucking.
Yeah. That was the best, dude. I made it. Let me tell you.
They had the news reporters and shit going down there. There's like people dressed up in Pickle Rick. There's some guy in the fucking top hat and Pickle Rick shit. It was cringe.
It's a good show, but fucking internet got a hold
of
it.
It's an okay show. It's an okay show now. Season 3 was okay.
Yeah. But like the internet got a hold of it, and now it's like a cult cringy following. You're like, well,
yeah, I remember me and Garrett used to be the only ones in our friend group who talk about it, and then like after season 2 it got big for some reason. Who fucking knows? Pickle Rick, I guess. Season 3 is when it went downhill. Like, it's still a good show, but just the fan base can ruin a show because now now you gotta hide, sneak. You gotta like hide when you're watching Pickle Rick, or not Pickle Rick, Rick and Morty, and like your mom comes in there, is like, "What's that, Rick and Morty? I'm Pickle Rick. I'm Pickle Rick." Like, "Oh, mom, get the fuck out of my room."
I was like, "Are you retarded?" You're like, "No, mom."
Or
I hate when my mom goes, "Are you retarded, son?" It's really the worst thing about waking up every morning.
Have you guys know about Musical.ly, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's what ruined that. God, I keep on trying to call the show Pickle Rick. That's what keeps on ruining Rick and Morty.
And it is Pickle Rick of the show at this point.
It's Pickle Rick the show.
Pickle Rick.
In Mort.
Oh, who's your favorite character? Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick.
Oh God.
No, Pickle Rick, bruh.
Could you, dude? I could not imagine being in high school when that show was a thing. Oh my God.
I know.
Or Fortnite. Oh my Lord.
It wasn't great.
Ooh, my
In high
Lord.
school wasn't
I would have
great
killed
when it
myself.
happened.
I would have seriously put a
Yeah,
bullet in my head. Like,
Same.
real talk.
Fucking flossing the thing, and I'm like, huh.
I couldn't stand that. Just you guys saying it.
So what, Pickle Rick?
Yeah.
You get like PTSD, like, cringe.
Pretty much.
The cringe chills.
Let's start dying inside.
Well, I've been dying inside for 20 years. So
I feel you.
came out of the womb, wanted to go back in with a fucking knife in my neck. So
Excellent.
Yo, we have 26 minutes left. Does anyone else want to bring up a topic? Any one of you guys who had their topic that really wants
Jones.
Alex Jones. This video is now demonetized and blacklisted because he just said his name.
Yep. Way to go, Brian.
Way to go, Brian.
No, what are you talking about?
Let's talk about Papa
We
John.
make up time for the cuts we're
Wait.
inevitably making.
What do you think? What do you think Papa John's doing right now?
I still wanted to talk about Venture Brothers.
Oh
Season
my
7.
God, dude. All right, you're the lead of this topic. I ain't leading this topic because I ain't know shit about Venture Brothers.
I mean,
What do you want to say? So some has to be controversial. There has to be a conversation instead of Venture Brothers is good and he says it's bad and I hate him for it. Like that's that's fun, you know. We're fighting, but you know.
well, it's definitely pretty much the same thing as it was. A lot of people think it was going to be different than what it was, since fucking they have new people or whatever, and it's so far along. Because isn't that how that ended? Fucking a bunch of directors or some shit quit.
I'm sure. I mean, when you have a series running that long, it's bound to happen. But sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's really bad.
I mean,
I have
like
no
I
idea
said,
what
I
you're
got it
talking
spot
about.
on. The way they bring into like certain story arcs, they do it so subtly, like you wouldn't expect that little part to lead to something big.
Like with TV shows, it's so finicky because you can have an actor leave or a voice actor leave or anything, and people be like, "Yeah, this show's shit now."
Mm-hmm.
Just anything,
Right,
anything
exactly.
change, people don't like.
Oh,
I'll admit,
no,
I do that all the
nothing
time.
changed, dude. It's the same thing.
Mm.
It's the same shit.
Brilliant. It's brilliant.
How long
That's
has
what's
it been on the
brilliant
air?
about it.
A couple.
Since like 2000 or earlier.
Holy
It's been
shit,
out for a while.
that's crazy. So I remember seeing
I
it when
know
I
it's
was
like,
like
It's
12.
one of Adult Swim's like longest running shows, I think.
Damn, dude.
Except for like
you know what's a
no,
good
no,
show? The Simpsons.
Oh no, it's not.
no. And their new show
Marge.
is not that good. Their new show is really bad.
Howie, when do you think they're gonna cancel The Simpsons for being so fucking bad? Marge, I don't fucking know. And then like Bart's in the corner. Oh, cowabunga, eat my fucking dick.
My favorite
Alright.
part is it's a quote
Is that the newest
cowabunga.
episode? I haven't been keeping up.
I don't
What,
fucking
Simpsons? I don't know what's going on with Simpsons. It could be canceled for all I know. I haven't watched an episode of
Nah,
Simpsons
it's going
since
to,
like
like,
Thanksgiving when they do that
it's
marathon
so-
shit. Be
Has
like,
anyone watched that
it's
new
going
show,
into, like,
Disenchantment?
yes, I have. I have watched that show.
Have you watched
honestly, I watched like the first 2 episodes. I know you're like not good, but I
Yeah.
honestly thought it's not great, but it's not the worst.
Yeah.
things.
it? There were parts of
It's-
it.
yeah,
there
it's
were
not the
parts of
worst
it that
thing.
were all right. Yeah.
It's not Young Sheldon.
But
to
did
be
you see the
honest.
part? Did you see the part where it's like the episode before, the king said, "I'm proud about you," and then
Yeah, like
I
they
watched
do
it.
that.
The
They
next episode is like you've never said that before. And
yeah,
you
but
just
they
said it the
also
first
have
episode.
recurring jokes too. So
I
that
know.
doesn't
Yeah.
really make sense. Like, what are the writers doing? You think just
They're
I
trying
don't
to make
know.
it a kids,
Like they had like inside jokes or whatever. I don't
story.
remember.
I know. It was so weird.
I
was
don't
good
think I
stuff.
laughed in that show except for once, and that was like in the first episode when Elfo goes to like this farm people. They'll be like, "Oh, you're praising us too much" or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, this food's really good." That's the only part I laughed. He's like, "Get the fuck out" or whatever. After then, I was like, okay, that'll give
Yeah.
me a chuckle. So when that happened, that was in the first episode. I'd be like, okay, maybe Garrett's a fucking idiot and doesn't know what he's talking about. But then I realized, yeah, Garrett
Yeah,
was
once
right.
you get into it,
Yeah.
once you get into it, then you see.
It's like it gets boring after a while.
Yeah.
And the
lot of shows are
subplot,
starting to do that.
the like main like story driven thing, I don't think really works in those type of shows where it's like, oh, the demon's doing something, and there's a recurring bad guy and shit like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
then
I have
they
no
had
problem
those
with, like,
like
the recurring bad
those
guy.
like those 2 people went through the orb you knew nothing about. Or,
Yeah.
I
for
have no
next
problem with
season
the
or whatever.
recurring demon because it's just another character they introduce in the show. You got to introduce all the characters at some point, right? Even if it's later in the show, the 3rd, 4th episode.
But animated, that doesn't work well with animated shows. Like Rick and Morty, like we were just talking about that. Rick and Morty has like a I don't know, a little subplot going on, but that's not the focus of it. That's what that show is focused on, which really makes your jokes have to drive in one way or the other. Which
Yeah.
for an animated
Well,
show
for
doesn't
example,
work. Like,
like,
you need throwaway
fucking-
episodes and shit like that. Like,
Well,
I don't think it
couple of
works.
those.
Right? He was not a first episode character, but he caught on real fucking hard, real quick.
Mhm.
Everybody immediately started loving him.
Oh, the
Probably
demon?
just 'cause of the name. No, about Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah.
It's like he wasn't a first episode character, but he really caught on with the crowd. People really liked him, mostly because his
Just 'cause he's an
dialogue
asshole,
and his
yeah.
name. Yeah.
He's evil, basically. Like, yeah, that's kind of cool. That hasn't been done or whatever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
people fucking loved it, but that was the character. That was an example character that came in late.
I
and everybody's like,
I think it just filled everyone's Futurama hole. So everyone missed Futurama. Rest in peace,
I still miss
Futurama.
it. I
Dude,
still
same.
miss it, dude.
And it's like a little show which you can tell like the writers aren't fucking stupid and just like, ugh, poop, poop, but it still has the poop, poop jokes and shit like that. But they're ironic.
Yeah.
You know how it be.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, did you hear
subtle.
Justin Roiland and I think Dan Harmon are also making a new show for Hulu, I think. A new animated show. I don't know what that's all about.
Why for Hulu?
I don't know
Hulu's
because
stupid.
because it's going to do well because you can put anything. Dan Harmon, you can put his name on anything, people will watch it because he has
Yeah.
the Community and Rick and Morty. Now everyone's like, oh, this guy's fucking hilarious. So like anything you put his name on, they're watching for sure. Like even Good
So while we're
Game,
on the topic-
I watched that just because he was a producer, but it was bad. But it was very bad.
So while we're on the topic, let me talk about another show that you yourself, Andy, said you did not like, but the second season just came out, and I've been thinking about watching it. Can
What's
you guess
that?
what it is?
Second season, so it's a new show.
It's on Netflix.
Filler.
Oh, Iron Fist. I didn't say Iron Fist was
Right.
bad. I didn't say Iron
You
Fist
said
was
it
bad.
was. I thought
No,
you didn't like it.
no, that was Ishmael.
Oh yeah, that was Ishmael.
I liked Iron Fist.
I
Like
don't
the
like
fights are stupid, but it
Yeah.
holds
Story
true.
was pretty
Everyone
good.
was mad about Iron Fist because he wasn't Asian. They wanted him to be Asian, even though he's white in the comics. Because whitewashing bullshit. And the only thing I'll say bad about the Iron Fist is the fight scenes. That's the only thing I'll say bad about it. But I like the Iron
It's
Fist.
kind of essential for a show like that.
Oh
It's
yeah.
an
Well,
essential concept
yeah,
of the
but
show.
they did that with
It's not what it's about. It's not about the fight.
Fair.
it should be about two things. Like the fighting would be good if they didn't have jump cut every 5 seconds. I didn't watch the Defenders. I was so excited for the Defenders, but I couldn't watch the first episode without making me making me want to seize out and have it fucking stroke because there were so many jumps. I was so excited for that shit, but then it came out like I just can't watch this.
Yeah, they just kept jumping from character to character to
Yeah,
character too for like the first 2 episodes. Like they didn't know
Even the
anything
first
about
fight,
each other.
the first fight has so many fucking jump cuts. Like I just, ooh.
Here's something to think about. Revenant, right? Christ, not Damon. Leonardo DiCaprio. Reason it was such a good movie. Plot, dialogue, all that bullshit was incredible, right?
Mhm.
But nobody would have gave a shit about the movie if it had the superhero jump cuts with the fight scenes, like the
Yeah.
Bear and DiCaprio. Because it was all more or less one huge cut.
Well, that's a
wasn't
movie,
like a bunch
Brian.
of
This is a
choppy
Netflix exclusive.
But it's Marvel Netflix exclusive. You're telling me Marvel doesn't
lot
have
of
fucking
fucking
money out the walls?
Well,
they're
they're-
owned by fucking
they're
Disney,
putting-
dude. They have all the money.
Bro, they're putting all their
They
money
own the
into the
concept of
MCU.
money.
No.
They should be putting their money into everywhere. They want a successful company.
What I
They
think
should be putting
is
it wherever
Disney
eyes
told
are.
them, be like, yo, start making the Netflix Marvel series shitties so we can make our own streaming platform, which is probably what they do. And they try like, yo, let's make Iron Fist bad, dude. Let's make it purposely bad. Or some shit.
So have you watched any of the new season?
No, I was about to. I was waiting on like a good time because I don't know because I haven't watched Defenders. So
I've
I
seen
don't think I've
Defenders.
watched
I know
Jessica
they're gonna
Jones
be
season 2. I don't think I watched.
lo-
I think I watched Luke Cage season 2, but I gotta start. I gotta start. And the only show I really watched after Defenders that was Marvel, I think Punisher came out after, and it wasn't that bad.
Punisher looked really good.
He was
I'm
cool. He was a cool villain in
Punisher.
He was a cool villain in Daredevil. I always liked
Yeah.
Punisher. Like that was the first superhero movie or book or whatever you want to call it. That was the first superhero who was like, yo, dude, I'm doing what's right. All the other superheroes were like little pussies, like, oh, I'm not going to kill no one. That's wrong. But this one's like, yo, these people deserve to die. I'm judge, jury, and executioner. You put a bullet in somebody's head, and that was fucking badass and edgy. And when I was 12, I was like, yeah, dude, I got me a Punisher shirt. Oh, let's go. He kills people. Woo!
I'm gonna get a bumper sticker on my truck of the Punisher eventually.
Yeah. He
Oh,
kills chomos. Whoa.
I watched like all of Jessica
All he
Jones.
does is
within,
shoot
like,
people. That's not
Jessica
really
Jones
good.
wasn't that bad. She's what started it off, wasn't it?
I really
So
love
what?
the first season.
Jessica Jones.
Well,
She started all of it, right? She was the first.
Yeah.
I don't
Or
know.
was
I
it
never
Daredevil?
actually watched
Oh,
Jessica
Daredevil.
Jones. I pretty much
Daredevil.
just watched Iron Fist and the Defenders.
You need to watch
Daredevil's
Jessica
like
Jones and Luke Cage
Like 3 fucking seasons.
because you know what
Oh,
goes
at
well
least
with
watch,
you know
like,
who
the
goes
first
well
season
with
first.
Iron Fist? That's Luke Cage. Iron Fist
Well,
and
yeah.
Power Man, dude. They make a great combo, dude.
That's why Defenders are so good. Well, at
They're
least
all-
as good as it was.
They better go off and do their own thing. That's a limited time series too, so I
I'm
better
pretty sure
fucking
they
hurry
had
up and
beef.
watch it.
I'm pretty sure they had beef. I don't think they liked each other.
No, I'm pretty sure Daredevil and Luke Cage won't get too much along. I know
Well-
Jessica Jones and Luke Cage are gonna get along because they were banging.
All I
That's
know
what
is
I-
that
Yeah,
the
they
Iron
were.
Fist knocked Luke Cage's ass out when he was like, "What the fuck?"
Like, dude,
It
ow,
didn't
that hurt.
him, though. Just punched the shit out.
No, I'm pretty sure he was like,
Dude.
the whole like thing was like, oh, dude, this guy actually hurt me. That's fucking insane.
Maybe it was. I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know. I saw clips. I didn't, like I said, I have not watched Defenders.
I have, but it was a blur.
Man, it was that good, huh?
Yeah, let me tell you.
How we doing on
I
time?
remember bits and clips of it.
All I remember, I still have nightmares about that first fight with the jump cuts everywhere, and it, ooh, it shakes me awake.
Jump cuts.
I
Jump
powered
cuts
through
everywhere.
that. I powered through that to see how good it was, and it was decent.
It was
Roger,
decent.
what?
So, have you seen any of the new?
Once they all meet up, it's badass.
Well, yeah, there's gonna be that so boring ass part where Luke Cage probably has to get out of
Everybody's
jail or
like
some
fighting.
shit. I don't know if he does that.
Oh, they
in
just
Luke
released
Cage.
him, I think.
Oh,
He just his term ends, and he's like,
oh, it's
release
probably
him.
the Matt Murdock lawyer shit. Be like, let
I think that was the first
N-word be
episode
free.
of,
I was about to say.
Iron
bad
Fist got
word.
let out by Daredevil in the first episode, and that's when
oh yeah, it was the Daredevil.
they weave together because blind lawyer, I guess, is good for I don't know, plot.
I guess, yeah.
I don't know.
But they didn't have beef. You were wrong, Andy. I'm pretty sure it was Iron Fist and Luke Cage who had beef.
Wow, that doesn't make
That would
sense. I want them to be friends and have their own spin-off TV show.
Oh, dude, they were a little beefy.
Iron Fist and Power Man. That would have been epic.
Best dual porn star ever.
Well, we're running in the last couple of minutes here. Anyone want to closing arguments or anything?
Well, Brian, you got a topic worth the shit?
Last couple of minutes. Fuck, what was I gonna talk about? I don't know. Destiny 2 Forsaken comes out. I'm the only one that's played it. It's
Yeah, let's not
over
talk about
100
that.
hours into it, so
Let's not talk about that.
conversation with it.
It has a new game mode. That's all you need to know.
It's really solid though. Like it was a 1-day beta, but I was ready to put like 5-6 days into this shit.
We should have made the base game solid first.
Hey man, they tried, bless their heart. What else? We already talked about Nike. Christ, I don't know. Is anything worth the fucking?
Like you just do, like.
We can pray and hope. We can pray for the 7 Days to Die console update for 5 minutes.
Bro, you bring that
No,
up every single podcast. Every single
Do I?
podcast, you bring up Venture Bros. You bring up usually what game's about to come out. So in this case, it was Battlefield 5.
Well, hey, dude, that's
And
the shit I
then-
know about. I mean, I could talk about science and astrology, but I don't think people. I mean, I feel like that'd be a
Dude.
separate channel.
Separate. You're gonna need a separate channel for that shit, dog.
I mean, hey, I don't think these things kind of mix.
Yeah.
It's dumpster fire. It doesn't matter. Like you just have to come up with the topic that everyone's talking about. Like the Netflix shit was a
Well,
good
here,
call. 'Cause
Let's
you know I'm
talk about.
salty.
For the last 5 minutes, let's talk about a fucking black hole. You know what a black hole is? You know what it
Void
is?
of
It's a
space,
vagina
time, and
of a
reality.
African American female.
No.
I mean, it is that as well.
But could it be that?
It is a singularity of infinite.
I thought it was like a
gravitational
star that's gravity was so big, like light didn't escape it, or is that like an old ass theory?
I mean, it was a star.
Is it a
That's
star
what
that
they say.
collapsed in on itself?
A
Internally
giant, yeah,
imploding
it's a giant
star.
star that collapses and then basically just becomes a black hole if it's big enough. That's basically it. It's got to have enough mass.
Yo, Garrett, what's it like to experience going into that singularity? You think it pops it up, pops us out somewhere in a different universe?
No,
It's
You
like
die.
No.
death.
You die?
you die. Yes,
It's
you
where-
die.
it's a
What if it
phase
just
where-
like
You get
turns
you
your
get
atoms
stretched
inside out?
You essentially get stretched out infinitely until you are 1 atom thick,
Nice.
and you
That's
die.
pretty thick, though.
Yeah. So you
It's
become a
fuck.
stream of atoms heading down towards the black hole.
So
Or
if I
if
just
the
like,
black hole is small enough, you just burn up before you get anywhere near it.
damn.
So how big would my dick be then?
Yeah, I was just about to say this. If I stuck like, let's say we have a black hole that doesn't like do bad stuff to you, just makes you stretch out. Could you theoretically put your dick around it? It'll stretch it out, then you can hold back up. And would your dick
have
still
to be
work?
Black hole be a cock.
Possibly, I think for I don't know
Alright,
the science
you're not
on
saying
this,
no, so.
but for a supermassive black hole, that could be possible.
Well, thanks, Professor Garrett. Next time on Professor Garrett, find out if you can fuck a black hole.
I mean, hey, there is a point in supermassive black holes. There is a point where you can enter like a halfway point where time and shit starts messing up and
You can
starts
fuck a
stretching
black
a little
hole.
bit. No, I mean you would die, but
I mean,
Yo, is the black hole the secret to
your
time
penis
travel,
die,
or the secret to traveling light
could be.
speed?
Could be.
do you think pee is
It's not a
stored in the
no.
black hole?
So what?
Pee is stored in the black hole.
Do you get stored in a black hole? What?
Pee is stored in the black hole.
I mean, if you pee in there, then yeah.
All right. Well.
Yo, if there's a black hole, where's the
this
white
has
hole?
been the Dumpster Fire podcast.
There we go. Join us next week on Neutron
next week.
Stars. What
Don't
happens
put
when
that-
neutron stars and planets kiss?
Next time on Professor Garrett, find out if you can time travel to fuck yourself, and we'll see if it's gay or not.
Spoiler,
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it is.
It is scientifically proven it is gay to fuck yourself. Let's talk about that.
You come down with a new disease called the big gay.
Scientifically
that
speaking,
will
you have.
spread throughout the planet, killing everyone.
So if you were to time travel back to yourself in, like, let's say multiple, like, string theory universes exist or whatever,
That makes no
would
sense, but all right.
well does that do you just go back to a different universe when you time travel? Not just go back in time, you just go to different universes that was, like, delayed by 3 years, let's say.
Essentially, you create a new universe by doing something
Yeah.
different than what you did.
Yeah, but if all universe exists, how do you create
or
a new one?
Or a new timeline.
Oh, where they branch over, right?
Yeah.
So is there a
It's-
timeline where
There's a
Wormhole?
theory that time branches out from every decision. But
Yes.
I mean, that's very
multiverse
complicated.
theory and butterflies?
Yeah.
That's kind of hot.
Yeah,
Of course,
it
that
is.
could all be bullshit.
It most likely is.
A lot
Anywho.
of scientists are a fan of that, but
I mean,
I'm not too keen
it's
on it
'cause
because it's very radical.
It's so radical, bro. And also, it's this whole concept of science. You don't want to say anything's guaranteed until you have
They don't
some
guarantee shit.
form of it.
They barely guarantee anything nowadays unless math explains it, and still they can't guarantee that.
I know, but
sometimes.
it's like initially during the creation of science, you had some evidence that was very easy to prove, or at least apply to your point, so it become more valid, like apple fall tree.
I'm sorry, what are we talking about? I zoned out.
I did too, to be
I don't
honest.
know.
This
Apple
is
fall
fucking-
from tree. There must be something pulling on the apple.
Exactly. This is why I don't
Is it
want to talk about
gravity?
this. People aren't interested in this. I mean,
Yes,
you prodded. You prodded. I mean, hey, this might open up a new branch to our people. You don't know.
Yeah, I'm
demographic.
not stopping that.
Yo, is there a timeline where
You
Hitler didn't kill the Jews?
Yeah.
Theoretically,
Sure.
yeah. Sure.
So
timeline
if
where
everything
Hitler's,
is
good
theories
guy.
and speculation, does that mean everything exists but nothing exists too?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm sure there are some parallel universes where there is just nothing.
There's a theory that nothing at all exists, and that each consciousness is connected to a central brain that just imagines everything. And
Bro, I got really stoned one time and I thought about that. It blew my fucking mind, dude. I'm telling you right now. I was like, holy shit. I just discovered the universe. Then I came down and be like, yeah, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
I want to write a book about it, but I don't have time.
I ain't no theoretical
time
physics.
for that.
People just fucking laugh at me and call me a fucking stoner.
Fatty.
Be like, trust me, guys. When I was really
Oh.
high, I figured out the universe. Let's sit down and I'll tell you about it.
In my new book.
That's exactly
Stone
what I want to
thoughts.
become, a theoretical physicist. Oh,
Bro,
I
you gotta
wanna-
go. You gotta go for school a long time, but
I know.
you should.
Worth it.
You should do that. That'd be
I
fucking
know.
epic. Like,
I know,
yeah,
that'd be
not to brag or anything, but my friend is a doctor. Yeah, doctor. I
Not
said that
brag, but
right.
my friend has like.
I mean, not that
more-
kind of doctor. I can't give you drugs, but
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but
I'll
I'm
go
just
doctor.
saying, he's still a doctor. Bro, you know
A
how many
doctor.
fancy references? Like, I'll be calling you Dr. Garrett all the time, dude.
It's Dr. Wendling, but whatever.
I'll be calling you Dr. Garrett. And if my balls
Garrett.
if my balls start itching, you better inspect my balls. Yeah.
They're my balls.
So if
Give me
you're
my
theoretical
prescription for those
physics, I'd be like, yo, I
Yeah,
had
I'd be
this
an
theory.
astrophysicist.
Say theoretical physics so I can make this fucking joke, Garrett. It's
I
like,
mean, sure,
yo,
let's go for
I have
it.
a theory where I have ass cancer, doctor. Could you help me out? Would you be able to do it or no?
I mean, sure. I would be like, yeah. So then you have to go get a test and waste all your money.
Shit, dude.
I mean, yeah, that's a bad thing.
Let me stick my test stick up your ass and find out.
Oh,
Ooh,
can I
boy.
just rent a catheter for like a week just for recreational use?
Rent?
Yes, I said rent. I didn't stutter.
Why would you?
Get a whole bottle of vodka.
That
Advil
means
and
it's
call me
been
morning.
used before.
I want to
Why?
shove something on my dick hole, Andy.
Okay, damn.
Why you renting? You put it in the
Sorry,
dishwasher before you send it back, and it's good.
I don't think that's how it works.
Indulge me, damn it.
Okay, imagine you get a warranty on the dildo, right? And the dildo stopped working. Do you have to send it back or what? Do people have to touch your dirty dildo to check and see if you need a new one?
Sure.
Somebody tell me about the dildo industry. How's that doing? Is it doing well? I bet it's doing really well.
Yeah, it's
It
doing really
is
well.
penetrating the market.
It is booming. Yes. It is what
Penetrating the
Brian
market.
said.
Oh, that's good. That's
It's getting
good.
some deep
People around the
penetrations in
world
market,
have never
man.
been lonelier.
Damn.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. That is statistics, facts, right there.
It's lonely.
But how would you
Exactly,
know,
Brian.
Garrett?
Because people
How'd you
do
know that we're alone in
focus.
this situation?
People do focus tests on these things, and I look into these kind of things.
Focus
all the time,
tests
'cause I
on
like to learn.
dildos?
Focus groups. I mean, yeah.
Focus
Whoa.
tests into what's been in my pee hole, and can I send
Do
it
they get
back?
paid
mean,
for
not
it, or are
just-
they
I mean,
just
not
is that
just-
free shit?
I don't know. Someone might pay for that information. I don't think they'd do it for free.
I just want something in my dick, Garrett.
That's crazy.
I think news media's pay people to kind of research that sometimes, just for a story.
Hey, are you just meaning like tests, not just the dildo market? I was
I
thinking
mean,
like,
there
why
has-
would
I'm sure there
why
has
would
been.
why would journalists care about the dildo market? Like, this just in: Trump builds a wall over the dildo market. Where are we getting our fucking dildos or some shit?
Real inconvenience
the
for
government
those
doesn't
shopping
care,
for
but-
dildos this week.
You think the government cares about the dildo market?
No.
I think they care a lot because there are a bunch of dildos
I
over there in the
think
government.
They care in very small amounts.
Government needs to
They're
be more
like, "Oh, it's
scientifically
there."
based. I'm just gonna
The
say
government
that.
the government sure cares about Facebook and memes a lot.
Yeah.
So I'll see why not dildo.
I think there's a market for dildos, or
I
they
think-
wouldn't know what size this pleasure will in, because I still don't know. Because my tiny fucking
Well, yeah,
dick.
of course there's a market, Brian. You think there's not?
It's a market for everything.
I think there's a market for it. I'm agreeing. I'm just saying, do you think scientists do studies to optimize
No.
the size of dildos?
Scientists do not. No. No.
You tell me there's no dildo
I bet
scientists?
some scientists.
No.
I bet there is at least
No.
one.
There's gotta
There
be
might
dildo
one.
scientists.
There might be one, Brian. I will give you that. There might be one.
Yes! That's a win. I'm good. Good night, guys.
You never know.
I
There
just want
might
to know
be
there's
one.
a scientist out there fucking herself. That's
Making
all
the
I need.
perfect.
No, I'd like to
perfect
imagine the
dildo.
dildo scientist as a male.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, modeled after his
Thanks,
own dick.
Cat. Yeah, just like, yeah, it's this long.
Jesus, we're making another fucking podcast here. God damn it. Alright. Are we doing on time?
You got about a minute left. Closing arguments. My closing arguments is Venture Brothers is gay, Spider-Man is gay, Battlefield 5 is gay, Nike is gay. What else did I talk about?
Well, you can't say gay. That's not a PT.
That's quite offensive.
Oh, it's homosexual. Everything is homosexual.
Yeah, there you go. There,
Oh,
we
there
go.
you go.
There
Okay.
it is.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
You're good then.
All right, Gary, would you like
We didn't s- I like how we. Okay, here's my clue. I like how we didn't say anything about how we've been gone for what, like a year, and now we're doing this.
Yeah, pretty much.
But,
It's a surprise episode. Don't surprise back.
Surprise, butt sex.
We're missing people, but they should be back.
Ishmael's not gonna be back.
Yeah, Ishmael, who actually brings the views, he's not going to be
back.
back. But thank you all for watching. Tune in episode 5 when we talk about more dildos.
I hope